Hi everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue. The term meristem given by the scientist Nageli. Definition of meristem. A meristem is a localized region in which actual cell division occurs. Growth in plants is largely restricted to specialized regions of active cell division called meristem. Characteristics of meristematic tissue. Meristems are undifferentiated tissues. Meristems have prominent and large nucleus. They do not have any intracellular spaces. Means in meristematic tissue, cells are closely fitted or packed together. That's why these are called compact tissues. Meristematic cells have only primary cell wall, which is thin and flexible, which means elastic in nature and made up of cellulose. Secondary walls are absent in meristems, but meristematic cells contains dense cytoplasm. Cell cycle of meristem is in continuous state of division. It means they have the capacity to divide. So meristematic tissue is composed of immature cells. Cells of meristem are small and isodiametric. Normally, vacuoles are absent in meristematic cells, but some of the meristematic cells contains vacuoles, but those are small in size, many in number. Meristematic cells are metabolically highly active. Because of this, the lack of reserve food occur in these cells. Plastids are absent in meristems. If plastids are present, then only in the proplastid stage, endoplasmic reticulum (ER) is poorly developed. Classification of meristematic tissues. First aspect, meristematic tissue based on origin and development. On the basis of origin and development, meristems can be divided into three different types. Number 1, promeristem. Number 2, primary meristem. Number 3, lateral meristem or secondary meristem. Number 1, promeristem or embryonic meristem or primordial meristem. This meristem develops in beginning during embryonic stage. This meristem divide and give rise to primary meristem. The second type, primary meristem. Primary meristematic cells developed from promeristem. These cells are always in division phase and form primary permanent tissues. They are present below to the promeristem at shoot and root apices, at the apex of leaves and intercalary parts of plant. Next one, third type, secondary meristem. These are the meristems developed from primary permanent tissues. They are not present in the embryonic stage of the plant. These are present in mature regions of root and stem of many plants, particularly those that produces woody axis. Some of the cells of primary permanent tissues become meristematic and constitute secondary meristem. By the activity of secondary meristems, secondary growth takes place in plants. Cork cambium, interfascicular cambium, and root cambium are excellent examples of secondary meristems. Note: formation of meristem from any permanent tissue is called dedifferentiation, or formation of undifferentiated tissue from Differentiated tissue is called dedifferentiation. Let's see the flow diagram, simple flow diagram. Promeristem forms primary meristem. Primary meristem forms mature tissues, means permanent cells, and they forms secondary meristem or lateral meristem. Classification of meristems based on plane of division. The very first one, rib meristem or file meristem. In this type, meristem in which anticlinical division occurs in one plane. For example, tunica is a type of rib meristem. Formation of some cells of cortex and pith takes place by this type of meristem. Number 2, plate meristem. In this type, meristem which divides anticlinically into two planes at a right angle to each other. By this division, a plate-like structure is formed. Formation of leaf blade takes place by the activity of this plate meristem. Number 3, mass meristem. Meristem which divides in all possible planes, resulting in the increase in the volume of plant body or an organ. Example, the formation of embryo and endosperm takes place by this kind of mass meristem. In the next video, I will explain meristematic tissues part 2.